Hello, this is Shawn Kenney, and I'm playing some more of my surviving in StarMade. So last episode I put together a little ship that I thought I might be able to go and hunt some pirates with, and just flew it over to a shop, needed to get some thrusters, so I was just throwing those on here so we'd be able to move. Otherwise we're moving around really sluggishly. So I want to also mention that it looks like StarMade got greenlit on Steam, so congratulations to the developers. Great job. We're going to be seeing this on Steam soon. Excellent. I'd love to see that. So here I was just throwing on some thrusters, making sure the ship could move around a little bit, and now I'm going to go hunting for some pirates. So I ended up having to fly through several sectors before finding anything. At this point I was just going to try popping on a jammer, but really don't have the power generation to run a jammer on this ship, so I'm not going to really worry about it too much. I'm going to want to do a redesign of the ship anyway, so this is just something to get out and explore, just testing out weapons on asteroids, because I couldn't find it. Just kept checking the map and it's like a blank sector, so just exploring some of these planets, checking things out, seeing what would, if there's anything cool, and just not really though. So I figured there'd be something maybe closer to some of these planets, and ended up finding a starbase, a pirate starbase. So here we are. First thing I want to do is like try taking out some of those turrets. Try and I find like just strafing to the side is usually enough to avoid a lot of shots, but just keep moving around. Like we have some shields on the ship, but they're not, super powerful or anything, so I don't really have the defenses to just sort of stick in there. So just got to keep moving around. Drift lazily to the right, I guess, while shooting at the turrets. And just try poking in, sometimes getting closer, try and get the cores down, because if you can start eliminating a few of the turrets, it just makes everything a lot easier. So once one's overheating, then you can move on to the next. So I'm just trying to say, once I lost a few shields there, so back out, move around a bit, wait till the shields regenerate. Got some good power generation in this, so we're not we can just keep shooting all we want. And so I'm just going to keep strafing around. Yeah, so here I'm just going to sort of deke in and try taking out one of those turrets here. I also notice getting pounded quite a bit, so our shields are taking a fair amount of damage, so I'm going to pop back out and try and maneuver around a bit, avoid a bit of fire while our shields regenerate. And so just gonna try to keep moving and try and keep some fire on those turrets whenever I can. Just trying to get away to hit the cores. That's the main thing. If you hit the cores on those turrets, then they'll go overheating, and then you don't have to worry about them anymore. So just sort of deking in and out. The cannons seem to be doing pretty good, and have a decent range, so I took out one there. And so it does get, and oops, I accidentally hit the R button and exited the ship. Always a bad time to do it when in the middle of a dogfight, or a strafing base fight, I guess. So I just popped down a core. That's why I was like having a few of those handy, a couple extra. And just for situations like this, so I'm just trying to, the ship's still drifting away on a little bit of momentum, so I'm trying to catch up to it, hopefully before they shoot me or they do too much damage to the ship. There we go. Alright, let's get back into the fight. Looks like our shields are holding, so we should be okay. Alright. Let's try taking out a few more of these turrets. And just doesn't seem to have an angle on us or something. It's not shooting at us, or maybe it's at a range, but Yeah, they all start shooting at us again, but at least we took one out, and so as we get more of them down, it gets safer to get in closer. Our shields seem to be decent, so they can take a few hits, just probably not from all of them. There's a little too much, so blew out a big chunk of the side of that. See right inside. Alright, so I'm gonna try coming down below here. And oh, that one's taken care of. That one's freaking out a little bit. Don't know what it's trying to do. It doesn't see us or something. Oh, we got it shot off the came off the station. I'll take care of the core anyways. We got that one blowing up. We got a couple here. If we can just, they're sort of right in the center. There we go. Take the core out right away. That one seems to have got knocked off as well, so it's got no power to shoot at us, but might as well take care of it. I've got it all confused, just spinning around now. There we go. Alright, let's see, just a couple more here, I think. But not too worried, they're not going to get through, just these two are not going to get through our shields. And there's one more down. And I think our last turret here. And then the station is ours. Alright, yeah, looking pretty good. They're all just overheating, not seeing any red marks, so alright, those are blowing up. So the crates are down below here on this first layer, level, and I'm just going to blow a few holes in there so we can get in. And I want to try not to... Last time I did this, I think I ended up shooting a couple of the crates and blowing up all their contents or something, so I want to try and actually salvage something from this pirate base. And I'm pretty sure you can't loot those at the moment. I'm going to try placing a build block down, but that doesn't actually work either. So I'm thinking like what we got to do. I'm still missing something. I got to get something to actually take the faction off this, and so I actually got to find the faction module. I'm not quite realizing this yet. Thought maybe, I can't see around. Maybe if I could see around, see what I'm looking for. Maybe there'll be some kind of a block that I'll be able to use. I'm not able to actually even place a block, so I'm just sort of kind of looking around a little bit. Now you may notice that there's this the orange reticle that's sort of up on the left hand side. That's pointing towards the faction module. At this point I've kind of been oblivious to it and haven't really noticed. So I'm just still having a little peek around the pirate base, seeing what there is, see if there's any other treasure chests or anything. So far I'm not really seeing anything. It does seem like a nice big base though. It'd be nice to salvage some parts from it. A little hole at the top, and poke through the top. Yeah, okay. And at this point, this one I start to see that brown reticle. I was like, oh, what's that? Kind of looks like a build block. And there it is. That's the faction module. Now you can't actually modify that in any way. So, like I thought maybe we can go out, maybe I can press R on it and modify it or pick it up or do anything. That won't work. I'm going to have to get into my ship and actually destroy it. So yeah, as you get to it, it says access denied. Belongs to another faction, so it's nothing you can do. All I can do is just get in the ship and let's go blow it up. And then we should be able to modify the base or steal it. Take it for our own. Go through all their loot, file through their belongings. Just try and squeeze my ship up in through the space here. I think it'll fit. Yeah, there we go. So, there it is. We just need to line up our weapons. And one thing you notice here, the faction module seems to have like some crazy damage reduction or damage mitigation of some sort. Like the weapons are only doing about 2 points of damage. I'm like, what is that? Can he even damage it? Weapons do perfect damage to all the other parts. So then I noticed, okay, yeah, look, he's getting a bit of a crack on it. So I'm going to just keep pounding away at it, and eventually we're able to destroy it. There we go. So now we've destroyed the faction block, so now the base is essentially a neutral base. And I'm just going to park our ship here and have a little peek inside, see if we can get to those chests. So I also want to pick up a bunch of those turret enhancers. I want to build like a planetary defense cannon for our home base there. So just realizing, okay, yeah, we can start picking up the blocks for the base. So I'm pretty much get there. I just need to get oriented. So there we go. I want to get into the center. And we'll just get into the alleyway or the corridor here. And let's go rifle through their boxes. So I do want to get some of those turret enhancers, but we'll pick those up in just a little bit. And let's see what we have here. Okay, so there's all kinds of stuff, some minerals, ship components, power blocks, lights, memory cores. Oh, a log book. Okay, what's this? Captain's log, stardate 1312.9. Ship's condition, heading back on impulse power only. Main engines burned out. The ship's space warp ability gone. Earth bases, which were only days away, are now years in the distance. Our overriding question now is, what destroyed the Valiant? They lived through the barrier, just as we have? What happened to them after that? I don't know. What happened to these guys? What are they doing in a pirate base? What barrier are they talking about? Earth? Are we from Earth? Is Earth some other planet? What's this Valiant? What the heck is going on here? So I'm going to hang on to that log. Maybe we'll find other logs that clues as to what's going on. And I'm just sort of going to rifle through all their stuff and gather any parts that I think I'm going to use. I want to maybe get a collection of their the components of the minerals, so that we get into some factory building. I know they have some missile launchers there, so we'll grab the missile launchers and incorporate those into a new ship. I also want to grab, some of the hull pieces and everything. So just going to accelerate through a little bit of my gathering here, sorting through all this stuff, just figuring out what would be the most worthwhile to take. So dropping a bit of the planetary parts and stuff that I don't really need. Yeah, just sort of checking out what else I might want. So once I do that, just pop down a build block, and so that way I can start using the build mode to gather up parts of the ship. So I wanted to grab those turret enhancers. Then I'm just going to extend the removal tool up to its maximum size. Just start right-clicking on whatever I can find and just gather up a bunch of stuff. And yeah, so just ditch a few things that I don't need. That's pretty much it. Just going to grab a bunch of materials and then head back to our starbase and keep building on that, expanding on that a little bit, and maybe start working on a planetary defense cannon. So this is StarMade, been just collecting our first pirate base. I guess next time I'm going to have to try to find some actual pirates to fight. So that's it for now. So long. Thanks for watching. Take care.